Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. In this video, I would like to share with all of you how are we going to develop or create the 3D solid modelings in AutoCAD. So let's get started. Okay, guys, sebelum kita memulakan 3D solid modeling ini, kita kena setkan beberapa parameter. There are few parameters that we need to set before we can proceed with our 3D solid modeling. So before that, as usual, I would like to I show menu bar first. Okay, so to come up with this one, I'm going to check my units. And I'm going to make sure this decimal precision without any decimal points, and this one should be millimeters, and it should be okay, then click OK. Alright. Okay, previously di dalam beberapa video sebelum ini kita telah go through with 2D sketches. Okay, 2D sketches yang mana ini adalah merupakan command-command untuk 2D, dan even kalau kita perhatikan Universal Coordinate System UCS dia memaparkan paksi X dan paksi Y sahaja. Okay, 2D. Kali ini apabila kita membicarakan berkenaan dengan 3D solid modeling, dia akan melibatkan, it will involve another one more axis which is known as Z axis. Alright. Okay. Setelah kita setkan units everything, I want you to switch here. Okay. Switch instead of using drafting and annotation. Okay, drafting and annotation, as what I mentioned to just now, that dia digunakan under 2D sketches. So I want to expand this and switch to 3D modeling. Okay, saya rasa kita go ahead to 3D modeling. Tak payah 3D basics. Okay, because kalau 3D basics ni dia hanya menunjukkan command-commands ataupun icons commands yang hanya basic saja. Okay, so sedikit saja dipaparkan lah. Alright, so it is much more better for us to switch straight away to 3D modeling environment. Alright, so kalau kita perhatikan dia akan lebih banyak dah, okay, dan lebih mudah untuk shortcut for us untuk kita apply 3D solid modeling nanti. Alright, di dalam 3D solid modeling ini bukan sahaja kita akan melibatkan penggunaan 3D environment, tetapi 2D ni juga kita akan buat, kita akan gunakan, terutamanya kalau kita nak buat 2D sketches. Kerana apa? Kerana before we can develop the 3D solid modeling, kita kena buat 2D sketch dulu. Okay, 2D sketches terlebih dahulu. Alright. About the 3D solid modeling, kalau if we bring our cursor to here, kalau you perhatikan di sini, okay, this is world coordinate system. If you still remember, I did mention during our first video, this is world coordinate system, whereby world coordinate system is quite different compared to universal coordinate system. Okay, universal coordinate system normally macam saya cakap, dia lebih kepada 2D, manakala world coordinate system ni WCS dia more kepada 3D solid modeling. Dan kalau you perhatikan di sini, dia ada macam home, okay, simbol home ataupun rumah. Okay, if you click this one, you perhati perubahan. Kalau you click this one, home ni, akan berlaku perubahan kedudukan pada kita punya axis di sini. Perhatikan, kalau I click this one, there you are. So kita dah melibatkan satu lagi axis, iaitu Z axis, as what I mentioned to you at the beginning of this video. Alright, so this is X axis. Ini kita punya 0 point. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so daripada 0, 0, 0. Okay, 0 for X, 0 for Y, and 0 for Z. This is the origin, which is the origin of this axis. Daripada origin ni ke sini, ke arah X ni kan, this is positive X. Manakala daripada origin, dia reverse ataupun opposite of this X punya direction ini adalah negative X. same as well as this one. From this origin to here is y positive, whereas from this origin to here is y negative. Same to go with z. Okay, from this origin go to upwards. It doesn't matter lah, as long as kalau dia tak semestinya upwards. Okay, nanti kalau z mungkin nanti z nanti kedudukan dia di sini. So bermaksud kalau kita perhatikan ada garisan putih ni kan, so daripada origin bergerak ke arah garisan putih ni, ia adalah merupakan z positive z axis, whereas kalau opposite this one, okay, yang mana tak ada garisan putih ni, ini adalah negative z axis. Alright, okay. Let us get started. So kalau kita nak macam saya cakap tadi, kita kalau nak mula, kita nak membentuk 3D solid modeling, kita perlu terlebih dahulu buat 2D sketch. So kita kena pergi balik pada 2D environment. So macam mana kita nak buat? So you just bring your cursor go to top here. Okay, top here, ataupun you can just bring your cursor to here. Dia ada SolidWorks isometric. Okay, there are two ways. Satu pergi kepada top, this one. Dan satu lagi, just bring to your cursor to here, SolidWorks isometric, click, then go to top. Sekarang ni dia dalam SolidWorks isometric, Southwest isometric, not SolidWorks. Okay, I get confused with SolidWorks because this sem I ajar student SolidWorks juga. Okay, Southwest isometric. South is what are all these things? Nanti I akan tunjuk kerana apa kita belum ada lagi any 3D part or 3D component. So I tak dapat nak tunjukkan lah what does all this. Okay, yang ni semua ni apa, Southeast isometric, apakah Northeast isometric, Northwest isometric. Okay, all this. So later on bila kita dah dapat, kita dah develop 3D part ataupun 3D solid modeling component, nanti I akan go through with all this. Alright, so for this case, kalau kita nak switch back to 2D sketch ataupun 2D environment, so we just need to go to top ataupun pilih kat sini. There are two ways to do. Okay, so go to top. There you are. Nampak kita kembali ke kedudukan asal. So di dalam SolidWorks ni, di dalam AutoCAD ini, there are few thumb rules that we have to follow. Ada beberapa peraturan yang perlu kita ikuti. Okay, let's say for example, katakan I nak create a sketch. Let's say I'm going to pick my line here, and let's say I'm going to create one straight line. Okay, let's say on my ortho. Okay, in this particular case, katakan I nak masuk di sini 100, ke bawah 60, ke sini let's say I'm going to make it 250, ke bawah sini let's say I'm going to make it 100. You can key in any number, okay, any figures or any dimensions that you want. Let's say over here is 300. Okay, then you have to make sure that you close this profile, or you have to close this profile by bring your cursor to this endpoint. Click this one. Okay, then once confirmed, just press escape button. So this is our first thumb rule, whereby you need to have a close profile like this. Okay, you tak boleh, let's say katakan for example, I create another one more sketch. Katakan di sini, let's say kat sini, you tak tutup dia. Let's say katakan I'm going to make again, I'm going to create one simply, let's say 100. Let's say 100, and let's say this one, you tak close this profile. You just, let's say katakan you terklik di sini. Okay, mungkin you tak perasan, because kalau you zoom, kalau you watch, mungkin you tak perasan. You ingatkan you dah select the endpoint, tetapi sebenarnya tidak. So kalau in this particular case, okay, dia tak boleh. 3D solid modeling tidak akan terbentuk. Alright, so dia kena betul-betul close profile as what I showed to you just now, this one. Dia juga tak boleh sekiranya anda terlebih. Tadi kita terkurang, tak, kami tiba-tiba terlebih, walaupun terlebih sedikit. Sekali lagi, normally kalau kita buat macam ni kita tak nampak, bila kita zoom kadang sometimes baru kita nampak. Alright, dia sama ada dia terlebih ke kurang. Ini pun kita tidak akan dapat membentuk 3D solid modeling dengan sempurna. Alright, dia akan tunjukkan surface, whereby for our case we're not going to learn about the surface, 3D surface. Alright, we just will go through with the 3D solid modeling only. Alright, so remember, this is our first thumb rule, whereby you need to have a close profile. Okay, close profile. You tak boleh ada terlebih ataupun terkurang. It doesn't matter what kind of shape that you would like to create. The most important thing is that you have to ensure that your profile should be a close profile. Kalau bulatan should be okay. Kalau bulatan, why? Because dia dah memang close profile, kan? Dia memang dah close profile, so should be no problem. Alright, so I'm going to proceed with this sketch. Okay. That is our, remember, again, I would like to stress here that that is our first thumb rule. Our second thumb rules is that you need to make all these multiple entities or multiple objects become one object or one entity. So how are we going to do that? By applying the join command, if you still remember. Okay, join command, the under modify, you just click this one, just expand here, and the icon command is like this, right? This one. So remember, you do have sekarang ni kita ada few multiple entities or objects, so I'm going to make it as I want to make it as one entity or one object. So just go to modify, go to join, and they ask us select source object. This the lines or the objects that I'm going to select in order to form a complete one entity. All these lines lah kan. So I'm going to select all, then press enter. Once after you already selected all these lines, the related lines, then just press enter button. Now kalau you bring your cursor, just click now. Okay, so dia dah pilih semua. That is our second thumb rules. Alright, so dua thumb rules ni amat penting. Alright, kalau bulatan, sekali lagi, kalau bulatan tak perlulah kita nak join pasal why? Because dia dah memang one line kan. In order to create a circle, dia memang hanya melibatkan satu line saja. Alright, so now setelah you create this 2D sketch, okay, kita nak develop 3D, okay, dengan menggunakan extrude command, this one. Kalau you expand this one, there are few 3D solid model yang kita boleh bentuk, iaitu extrude, loft, revolve, as well as sweep. We will go through one by one. Alright, but for the time being, we're going to focus more on extrude command. Alright, so setelah you confirm, okay, inilah sketch yang I nak create 3D solid modeling. So once you confirm, again, you just bring your cursor to this home symbols, just click this one. Okay, nampak? Pasal kita nak ubah daripada 2D environment kepada 3D environment. So now we are in 3D environment. So as what I did mention to you just now, kalau kita nak develop 3D solid modeling dengan extrude, you just go to here and then click extrude, then they will ask us select objects to extrude. This object that I'm going to extrude, click this one. Then once after you selected the related object, you just press enter. Okay, so you can just bring your cursor. Kalau you bring your cursor ini, dia you kena positif lah. Remember, Z ni adalah merupakan arah extrude kita. Okay, X dan Y ni adalah untuk kita buat 2D sketch. Okay, di dalam case 3D solid modeling ni, Z ini sama ada Z positif atau Z negatif adalah merupakan arah. Okay, arah untuk kita untuk kita extrudekan kita punya 2D sketch tadi. Alright. So now, let's say if I would like to create 200, okay, 200 dia punya ketinggian, kalau you letak 200, 200, dia akan extrude ke bahagian atas. Manakala kalau you nak extrude ke bahagian bawah, you kena letak negatif lah. Okay, katakan I nak create pada bahagian atas, so I just letakkan positif 200 dan press enter. There you are. Okay. So kalau in this case, katakan kita kalau you nak gerak-gerakkan you punya 3D ni, nak gerak ke kiri, ke kanan, atas, bawah, okay, you just press your roll button pada tengah-tengah tu kan. Klik, jangan lepaskan, do not release that scroll button, then you boleh letak dekat mana, okay, kat mana you prefer lah. Dan satu lagi, kita boleh orbitkan, kita boleh rotatekan 3D solid modeling ni. Okay, kalau kita nak tengok, okay. So you can go to here kalau you perhatikan, okay, di sini. Dan di sini kalau you perhatikan, kita ada simbol orbit. Kalau you expand this one, kita ada free orbit, continuous orbit. I lebih suka gunakan free orbit. Alright. Orbit ni pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Free orbit. So free orbit kita boleh just okay, tengok pada any angle lah. Alright. Pada any angle. So kalau orbit pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Kalau you nak exit from this command, orbit command, you just press escape button. And then kalau you nak kembali ke asal southwest, okay, southwest punya view, go to custom view, this one, go to southwest isometric view, ataupun you just need to go to here again, okay, home, press this symbol, okay, dan dia akan kembali kepada 3D ni. Dia you need to have a very high imagination compared to 2D lah, okay, alright. Kalau tak, nanti you get confused because they involve with multiples of lines like this. Sometimes people they can't imagine how does it looks like, so it's quite difficult for them to untuk visualize 3D solid modeling. Okay. Before we can proceed, I would like to introduce to you few display. Okay, kita namakan dia sebagai display. Alright. Display ni, kalau you tengok, if you bring your cursor to here, 2D wireframe ni kan, you click, sekarang ni you berada dalam 2D wireframe. You can go through this one. Kalau conceptual, nampak? Dia punya ni berubah ke bentuk seperti ini. Kalau you go to here, klik hidden, maksud yang mana garisan tersembunyi itu pada bahagian arah sana, dia akan hidden lah. Tetapi kalau you rotate, katakan I orbit, belah sana pula dia akan automatic hidden for you. Alright, so escape, then I go to here to go back to southwest view. Alright, custom view, I tak nak perspektif, I make sure it's parallel. Okay, jangan perspektif view. Perspektif view ni normally kalau untuk architecture, okay, dia akan gunakan perspektif view, but for us we're going to use parallel. Alright, now so confirm tak? So okay, I need to go to, sekarang ni kita under custom model, so I go to southwest isometric view. Right, now kalau I tadi hidden, okay, if we go to realistic, it will looks like this. Okay, you can orbit it. You can orbit it by go here, orbit, ataupun ada satu lagi kaedah cara dengan melibatkan penggunaan keyboard, di mana you press shift button pada you punya keyboard. Do not release that shift button. Jangan lepaskan shift button tersebut. Lepas tu you klik pada bahagian scroll button. Tekan scroll button tersebut dan jangan lepaskan. Okay, katakan I would like to bring my cursor to here supaya dia boleh orbit pada bahagian tengah ni, dia pusing pada bahagian tengah ni. So click this one. Jangan lepaskan dua-dua. Shift button pada keyboard you jangan lepaskan. Scroll button yang you dah tekan tu pun you jangan lepaskan. Okay, kalau you perhatikan, bila you tekan scroll button tu je, akan ada small green dotted. Macam tu kan. So you just rotate je lah kat bahagian mana you nak. Okay. Kalau you lepaskan, dia akan exit lah. So kalau nak buat sekali lagi, okay, right, the same step, okay, alright. So then kalau nak you nak exit, you just lepaskanlah shift button dengan scroll button pada mouse. Okay, so in this case guys, I nak hilangkan my grid ni. Pasal grid ni kalau 3D macam mengganggu I punya view, so I just need to off my grid. Okay, display drawing grid ni I off kan lah. Okay, so kalau I rotate, okay, if I rotate, okay, nampak, so dia tak mengganggu sangat lah I punya view. Alright, now kita go to next, which is shaded. Shaded ni lebih kurang sama macam realistic lah. Next is shaded with edges. Okay, shaded with edges ni normally I like to use shaded with edges. Why? Because edges ni dia akan paparkan, kerana dia akan menjadikan kita sebagai guideline pada kita. Right? Bila kita buat 3D solid modeling nanti, bila dah finalize everything, kita dah siap, dah confirm kita dah siap hasilkan 3D solid modeling, part kita tu barulah saya akan go sama ada realistic ataupun shaded. Okay, tapi kalau kita masih lagi dalam proses untuk membentuk part ataupun komponen yang hendak kita hasilkan, I much more prefer to use shaded with edges. Okay, so now we go to shades of grey. Tengok macam mana pula. Okay, ni dia akan bentuk grey. Manakala kalau kita go to sketchy, ini macam lakaran lah, sketchy kan, lakaran. Okay, kalau kita orbitkan dia, dia macam lakaran pensil kan, lebih kurang macam ni lah. Okay, dan kalau press escape, so kalau I go to wireframe ni macam 2D wireframe. This one X-ray, mana X-ray dia transparent lah. Okay, dia transparent. Tak ada bukan macam shade. Kalau shade ataupun shaded with edges atau realistic ni dia tak transparent. Okay, dia tak transparent. Tapi kalau kita pilih display X-ray ni, dia boleh transparent. Okay, sometimes I di dalam activity 3D solid modeling, sometimes lah I akan switch pada X-ray display ni untuk kita nampak, tengok kat sana lah. Sebenarnya kita boleh rotate tapi much more better. Okay, kalau setengah-setengah case kita gunakan X-ray. Alright, now guys, if you still remember just now I cakap I nak tunjuk pada view kan, custom view. Okay, katakan I go back to here, southwest. Okay, kalau kita go to custom here, okay, katakan I much more prefer to use shaded with edges. So I go to shaded with edges first, and I have to make sure this one parallel. Okay, parallel. Alright, now kalau kita pergi top view, kita boleh pilih sini top view juga, either here, tapi I lebih suka guna kat sini pasal ini kan sometimes dia confuse, sometimes kita confuse kat sini, right? So if you can pick top here or top here. So kalau I pilih top view, so this is our top view. This is our top view of our part. Okay, kalau kita, okay, you can go to here top view. So ataupun macam tadi I cakap, you boleh pilih you can go to here as well, top view, doesn't matter, right? Tapi dia perspektif kita kena parallel. Parallel baru dia. So kalau kita pergi ke tadi top, dan kalau kita pergi bottom, this is our bottom. This is our bottom view. Okay, ini pandangan view, left view, our left view. Alright, right view. So you can play around with this one later on. Right, you can play around with this one. Okay, manakala kalau front view, this is front view. Okay, and let's see if I go to back view, this is back view. Alright, back view of the part, kita punya part tadi tu. Kalau southwest isometric view, it looks like this. Kalau kita pilih southeast isometric view, Kita akan buat sini. Kalau you perhatikan kedudukan kita punya axis ni pun berubah-ubah. Kalau kita switch this one, northeast isometric view, okay, ini berubah lagi. Alright, okay, so then we go to northwest isometric view, usually like this. Okay, so if we would like to go back to southwest, we just click this one, southwest isometric view, and make sure it should be parallel. Kalau you tengok bentuk dia pelik sikit ya, kan ini macam tak parallel kan, maknanya kita dalam perspektif display mode. So you just need to go to custom view here, then just go to parallel. Alright, nampak kan dia. Ini memanglah pasal tadi kita ada buat sengit tadi kan. Kita ada sengit kat sini tadi, kita sengit kan. Alright, so that's why kita ada nampak macam ni. Okay guys, katakan kali ni kita nak buat bulatan pula. Kita nak develop katakan a cylinder. So first of all, kalau you nak create 2D ni sebenarnya, okay, kita boleh create dia dalam 2D environment. Macam saya cakap tadi, go to top. Okay, kita pergi pada top. Alright, so dia kena berada pada XY punya axis. Remember, XY axis ini adalah merupakan satah ataupun axis yang melibatkan 2D sketch sahaja. Okay, Z, kalau Z axis tu untuk arah extrude kita. Alright, so you can just simply create a circle. Pick here, circle. Okay, just go to anywhere here, click. Okay, or you can also create the circle. I move ni sedikit ke sini. Move sikit ke sini. Alright, so that you can have a clear picture about this. So, katakan kalau you nak create 2D di dalam 3D environment ni pun boleh. Contoh katakan you pick this one, circle, then just pick any point. Kita klik this one, lepas tu you boleh masukkan radius terus. Okay, you boleh masuk. But in this case, I'm not going to key in any dimension, so just click this one. Okay, it doesn't matter. You boleh buat dalam 3D, 2D sketches tu dalam 3D environment pun boleh, dalam 2D environment pun boleh. Tetapi you have to make sure that you punya satah tu adalah XY punya plane lah, satah XY ataupun yang melibatkan axis X dan Y. Okay, let's say I'm going to extrude this circle in order to form a cylinder. So select object, this object I'm going to extrude, press enter. Okay, kalau you nak pergi ke atas, macam saya cakap tadi kan, you just need to bring your cursor up here dan masukkan. Katakan you nak buat 300, you just key in 300. Kalau you nak ke bawah, you bring it ke bawah dan 300. Tetapi yang kalau saya cakap tadi, kalau negatif Z axis ni kan, kalau you nak melibatkan negatif tu, dia ada leceh sikit. Kenapa? Okay, kerana kalau you nak masukkan, okay, sebelum tu katakan I copy ni dulu. I delete this one, and I copy this one first. Copy. So senang, I tak payah buat lagi nanti kemudian. Alright. Now, katakan I'm going to extrude. Okay, extrude. Select object. This object I'm going to extrude. Enter. Okay. I much more prefer to just bring my cursor up or down rather than I key in negative. Okay, kenapa negatif? Okay, katakan I nak buat ke bawah. Tadi ni I dah tunjuk tadi ke atas, ke bawah. Kalau ke bawah ni katakan I would like to create 200. I just need to bring my cursor downwards dan key in 200, 200, enter. Bawa dia ke bawah, nampak? Kalau ke atas, kalau kita nak ke atas. Okay, kalau kita nak ke atas, we need to extrude, select object, this circle is our object. Then once after you already selected the circle, press enter, then just bring your cursor upwards. Okay, just bring your cursor upwards, then press 200. Okay, kalau yang melibatkan negatif tadi tu, okay, you kena masukkan koordinat X, Y dan Z. Okay, so katakan negatif ke bawah tadi kan saya cakap pasal apa? Pasal Z. Kalau Z ni ke arah bawah, dia negatif. So in that case, kalau extrude, select object, this object, enter. Okay, kalau you bring your cursor ke bawah pun, walaupun you letak negative 200, dia akan ke atas. Kalau you letak macam ni je, you tak letak dalam bentuk coordinate. Okay, okay, negative 200, dia tetap ke atas. Okay, I undo dulu. Okay, tengok kalau kita kalau tak guna negatif tu, extrude, this one, enter, kita kena masukkan 0 for x, 0 for y, lepas tu baru letak negative 200, leceh. Tapi this is another way to do lah. Okay, I just would like to show to you. So you, in this case, you no need to risau sama ada you nak bring your cursor bawah tu ataupun ke atas lah. Tapi I much more prefer to use that one rather than this one, this coordinate. Okay, so bila you buat negative 200, then just dah buat coordinate ni, buat this coordinate, just press enter. There you are. Nampak? Okay, so quite troublesome if using that one. That's why I much more prefer, as what I did mention to you just now. Kalau kita nak buat this one, okay, kita nak buat hexagon 5, enter. Okay, then just click anywhere, inscribe, katakan without any dimension. Okay, I much more prefer to extrude, click this object, enter, don't forget to press enter. Sama ada I bring my cursor upwards or downwards, then key in. Much more easier and much more faster rather than we use the coordinate kalau kita nak buat bawah ni negative. Okay, alright. So kalau bawah, katakan I just simply drag without any dimension. You boleh key in, katakan 300, enter. Alright, kalau ke atas, just bring your cursor ke atas. Okay guys, so you can create any kind of shape, but you have to remember there are two main thumb rules that you need to follow. The first one is that you need to make sure that you need to have a close profile, and the second thumb rules is that you need to make sure that if you do have your sketches or your sketch do have multiple entities or multiple objects, you have to join all that entities together to become one or single entity or object. Okay guys, so I think that's all for now about the extrude. You can play around with this command in AutoCAD. You boleh buat apa-apa bentuk sekalipun, it doesn't matter. Okay, apa-apa shape you boleh buat, then try to extrude it. Okay, fahamkan bagaimana extrude ini. Kenapa? Kerana extrude ini adalah merupakan the most basic command in AutoCAD. In 3D solid modeling in AutoCAD. Okay guys, so I think that's all, and we will proceed with a few more activities of 3D solid modeling in our next few videos. Thank you very much.